Hello there, Elle from Vegan FTA here, coming at you with some news stories from veganfta.com. Check out the links in the description and don't forget to sign up to our newsletter so you don't miss anything. Our first story is Costa Rica closes its last state-run zoos 10 years after planned. After 11 years of passing a wildlife protection law created to close state-owned zoos, the Central American country of Costa Rica finally closed the last two remaining, which should have been closed in 2014. However, there are still 18 private-run zoos that operate in the country, as the law does not apply to them. It's a shame that this law couldn't encapsulate the rest of these private-run zoos so that all zoos could be got rid of. With the closure of the state-owned zoo and Santa Ana Conservation Center, nearly 300 animals have been transferred to a sanctuary in the country. Both zoos were managed by the Funda Zoo Foundation, which took legal action following the law that ordered them to close, which is what caused the delay. Eventually, the foundation's state contract expired and the Costa Rican government refused to renew it. The animals removed include a jaguar, crocodiles, spider monkeys, and a sloth, which have been transferred to Zoo Ave, a supposed wildlife rehabilitation center on the outskirts of the capital of San Jose. Although officials say that the health of each animal is being assessed with the hope that some can be returned to the wild, it remains to be seen if this sanctuary will end up becoming another zoo in disguise, as it is not uncommon practice in the zoo industry to pretend to be sanctuaries or rehabilitation centers. Director of the NGO Association for Animal Welfare and Protection said, "State zoos in Costa Rica make no sense. Each 10-year contract costs 1 billion Costa Rica colones, which is between 1.95 and 1.8 million US dollars to Costa Ricans. This suggests that the step was not motivated by animal welfare or ethical reasons, but by economic reasons." In a statement, the authority said, MINAE is the owner of the land that housed the zoos and by law, the custodian of the wildlife, which is a public domain asset. For making this work possible in an articulate and professional manner, we appreciate all the collaboration of other institutions such as Public Force, OIJ, San Jose Municipal Police, Academy and NGOs linked to wildlife, especially professionals in wildlife management, who are collaborating with this process in order to protect the lives of animals and guarantee their well-being from now on. Hopefully the sanctuary that they are being kept in is actually indeed a sanctuary and not something that's pretending to be such. Geordie, our article writer, has covered in another article how there's this pretense of rehabilitation centers or sanctuaries that actually are just zoos. Our next story is survey finds increase in car brands offering vegan interiors. The animal rights organization PETA has surveyed car manufacturers around the world and found an increase in their offer of vegan car interiors. PETA contacted the most popular car brands to find out whether they offer interiors free of animal-derived materials, such as wool or leather, in their cabin surfaces, trims, seats, and steering wheels. Mercedes-Benz, Fiat, Volkswagen, and BMW now offer several models with vegan interiors. Dacia, Volvo, Citroën, Peugeot, Renault, Smart, and Polestar now offer vegan interior options either as standard or on request. And Fisker, BYD, Abarth, Jeep, Kia, and Lancia also offer vegan options across Europe. On the other hand, Audi, Ferrari, Bentley, Bugatti, Honkwai, Hyundai, Mazda, IM, Lexus, Nissan, Porsche, Rolls-Royce, Seat, and Tata either did not respond to the survey or confirmed that they did not offer vegan interiors. In 2022, PETA ran a similar survey in Europe, and already several models were found to use animal-free materials. However, now there are more that do. In 2023, the BMW Group launched for the first time vehicles with fully vegan interiors. The previous year, Cactus and fully bio-based biodegradable materials passed rigorous testing procedures for seats, as well as for steering wheels and gear stick gaiters. In a press statement, BMW said at the time that the move would serve the demand for vegan and leather-free interiors, which is set to increase further in the near future, especially in US, China, and Europe. In 2023, car dealership Dick Lovett ranked the 25 most vegan-friendly car manufacturers, and Ford came out on top, followed by Honda, Vauxhall, Mercedes-Benz, and Nissan. Yvonne Taylor, PETA Vice President of Corporate Projects, said car interiors made from wool and leather are the products of cruelty and are harmful to the planet. PETA is celebrating the growing number of companies offering vegan interiors as standard and calling on those still dragging their tires to gear up to innovative plant leathers and vegan wools. It's interesting when you see certain industries making a shift. BMW predicts a future for a demand of vegan interiors. It's like they see that the future is going to be more vegan friendly and ultimately then more friendly to animals. Our final story is quite an interesting one. Wild orangutans successfully self-treating open wound with medicinal plant. Scientists have observed a wild orangutan in Sumatra treating a large wound with a plant locally known to have medicinal properties, completely healing himself. Raikus, a 35-year-old male orangutan who lives in the Gunung Leisure National Park in the island of Sumatra, Indonesia, had a red open wound just under his right eye. He then chewed the plant known as yellowroot, also used by people throughout Southeast Asia to treat malaria, diabetes, and other conditions due to its anti-inflammatory properties, and applied it to his wound. Raikus also ingested a small amount, and 5 days after the wound was noticed, it had closed. Less than a month later, it had healed without any signs of infection. This event was noticed by scientists in 2022, but they did not make it public until a paper was published in the journal Scientific Reports on the 2nd of May 2024. Their paper is titled Active Self-Treatment of a Facial Wound with a Biologically Active Plant by a Male Sumatran Orangutan. Although this is the first time this plant has been seen being used by an ape to heal a wound, self-medication in several non-human animals has already been reported. In 2017, scientists reported that 6 orangutans in Borneo rubbed the chewed up leaves of a shrub with anti-inflammatory and analgesic properties onto their legs and arms. An animal cognition scientist at Osnabrück University in Germany observed a group of more than 24 chimpanzees in Gabon applying chewed up insects to their wounds. Other apes are known to occasionally eat rough leaves, perhaps to help them expel parasites. Indian civets have been seen swallowing leaves to get rid of worms, and several birds have been seen engaged in a behavior known as anting, rubbing themselves in ants to help them treat parasites. It seems the more that we learn about animals, the more we realize they have quite an extended understanding of the world around them. It's like we have a lot to learn from them. We have a lot more to learn about them. And this notion that we are so intelligent and they are so not might be a sign of our own ignorance and not theirs. We thought that that would be an interesting one to end on. We hope that you've enjoyed the stories that we've shared today. As always, the links will be down below in the description. Please go check them out and share them if you can. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to go vegan for the animals, because they are who it means everything to.